Hello and welcome to a brand new show of Market Makers. My guest on the show today is an unknown but a big investor in Indian stock markets. He rarely comes on TV, but when he comes on TV, he always identifies multi-bagger ideas. He has a talent to identify small cap ideas or small cap stocks which eventually become mid and large cap companies. Vijay Kedia of Kedia Securities. Great to have you back, Vijay, on ET Now. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for calling me.
2014 has been a great year for Indian stock markets. So my question to you is that after this extraordinary run-up, is the party getting over?
Party getting over? I don't think so. I think party has just begun. Maybe party is 1 year old or maybe 9 months old, I don't know. But I think party has just begun. So it's a long time to go.
Why do you think the party has just started?
Because you see now everything, all the parameters, whether it is economical or whatever parameters are in the favor of the economy. And still retail participation in market is very less. And I think the economy is reviving. Company has yet to deliver its good numbers, has yet to deliver its return. So I think it's just a beginning.
Let's talk about external factors. And the external factors clearly are on our side. Brazil is in a mess. Russia seems to be falling apart. ECB and BOJ are committed to print more money, and we don't know what will happen to US economy in the short term. So do you think India on the margin will benefit because globally things are in a mess?
So that could be an advantage for India, in other words. So why not?
3 years ago, I remember when we interacted on the same forum, your big call was that Sensex will eventually touch 1 lakh.
Yeah.
We are at 27,000.
Yeah.
Are you still confident that Sensex will touch 1 lakh?
Yes, of course. On the contrary, I will say that my confidence has increased. I am of the opinion that by 2020, we should touch 100,000 index.
That's a big number, isn't it?
Could be a big number today. It looks like a big number. But I have some reasons why should it be 100,000 by 2020. I will give you, for example, prior to 2003, any bull market in India never lasted more than 9 months. If I say bull market means previous top to the next top. So every bull market was, the duration of every bull market was less than 9 months. And duration of every bear market was more than 16 months. This was the history. Okay.
This is before 2003?
Before 2003.
Okay. So you're looking at the Sensex history from 1980 to 2003.
Yeah, you can say that.
And bull markets were small and bear markets were big.
Were big.
Very interesting.
Okay. And the bull market was smaller, means not more than 9 months. I may be wrong by 1 month or 15 days, I don't know. But I am near, perfect figure. In 2003, first time it has happened in the history of India that bull market lasted for 5 years or 6 years, 5.5 years or whatever. And on the contrary, when the bear market come, it lasted less than 16 months.
Okay.
Okay, so if you remember from 22,000, we went down to 7,200 or 300, but within a span of 9 months we recovered.
So now the reverse is happening. Now bear markets are small,
yes,
and bull markets are long.
Are long.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking that the same story is now going to be repeated. Again, whenever, like, I think that we are in a bull market. So if you take the clue from the past history, I think we should be having another 5 or 6 years of bull run. And in the last bull market, 6,000 was the top for the before 2003.
The TMT bull market.
Yes. So TMT bull market. So when index crossed 6,000, it went up to 22,000. Once that was somewhere around 4 times.
Yes.
I think the same story is going to be repeated again.
So what, to your mind, is the real entry point or the beginning point of this bull market? Is it 8,000 because we bottomed out at 8,000 in 2008, or the beginning entry point of this bull market will be closer to 21,000 or 22,000?
I think around 22,000.
Okay.
Not
so
8,000.
You are of the view that the bull market actually has only started last year.
Yes.
It has not started 3 years ago.
I don't think so. It depends on how do you calculate. I think that could be the end of a bear market. As they say, that end of a bear market is the beginning of a bull market. But that could be, but actually bull market I think has started now, because when you know, it needs participation from all walk of life.
In this bull market, can the Sensex go to 100,000?
Yeah, this is what I think, that in this current bull market which is going on, we should see index of 1 lakh.
So for the index or the Sensex, like an old timer, like you would say, you know, we always talk about the Sensex, not the Nifty. For the Sensex to go to 100,000, a lot of things have to align our way, both locally and globally. Inflation is still sticky. Valuations are not all that, cheap, and earning still a big question mark.
That is why we are at 27,000, because of that only.
So how will things change? You know, for an index to go to 100,000, the dynamics have to change completely.
It's changing. If you read paper every morning, I will tell you my experience. When I read newspaper in the morning, I feel that something is happening in India. Something is cooking. So this is what the feeling I am getting by reading newspaper. So all these things are going to happen. It might take some time, as like all experts are saying that, okay, things are happening in India, but they are taking little time. So it may take some time, but things are bound to happen.
There's a whole saying on the Wall Street that bull markets, they always climb the wall of worry, and they always come down on ray of hope.
Yes.
I just get a sense that right now there is too much of hope and hype in the Modi story.
No, that could be hype, because if you don't have excitement, you can't become bullish. You need to have that mentality. Okay, that is why they are called bull. Why do you call a bull market? Why don't you call a goat market or a dog market? So you should have that mentality of a bull.
Now, you're a master stock picker, and the way you invest is that you always look at small cap companies which can become mid cap companies, and mid cap companies which can become large cap companies. One of your classic, or I would say one of your best investment is Atul Auto. I was looking at Atul Auto. I took the clock back. In 2008, Atul Auto was at about 50 rupees. Now, stock split and bonus adjusted, it is at about 1200 rupees. What is the future for Atul Auto? How did you identify Atul Auto?
Identify Atul Auto means what? I know this management for a long time, Mr. Chandra. And I like that man. The management is very genuine, very honest, very transparent, very God-fearing, and very capable. And Chandra and family, they know one thing best, that is manufacturing of three-wheelers. Okay, so looking at because that is my first criteria.
So always look at the management.
Or the management, that is my first priority, first criteria. So looking at the management, I thought that I should invest in that company. And when I invested, it was in 2005. That time, company was running on maybe 30 or 40% of capacity utilization was using. So there was a huge margin. There was a big margin that company could have scaled up its operation. So because of the product, because there were hardly 4 or 5 manufacturers of three-wheelers in India, and all big shots like Bajaj Auto, Piaggio, and TVS and Mahindra. And fifth was the Atul Auto. So, and plus, we were in a bull market. Automobile industry was also reviving.
So you actually bought Atul Auto in 2005?
4 or 5 something, yeah. First investment was made in 2005.
And you held on to the stock for 5-6 years, and Atul Auto never moved from 5 rupees to 25 rupees for the first 5 years of your holding?
Yes, never moved.
You never lost your patience?
No, I did not lose my patience, because I had confidence on management. As I said, first investment was made maybe some 80 or 90 rupees. Okay, that was in 5 or something. And in 2009, as I said, it was 5 rupees. So you can say that my capital was literally wiped out.
And you did not sell?
No, of course I did not sell. On the contrary, I bought more. No, because of the management.
That is smartest of a great investor. Okay, but why are you selling Atul Auto now? The BSE disclosure data, I was looking at the data. According to that, you've reduced your stake in Atul Auto. I won't say substantially, but you've sold some shares.
Yeah, I sold some shares. Because, you see, I'm not a promoter. Though promoter and me are, closely bonded. That is a different thing. But so far business is concerned, I'm an investor in the market. And buying and selling shares is my job. That's my business. And I held the shares for 10 years. And I think this is the best thing could have happened to Atul Auto, that I am selling shares and the shares are going in strongest hand. If you see the shareholding pattern of Atul Auto today, you will find SDFC Mutual Fund, Birla Sun Life, Goldman Sachs, and HNIs, big HNIs are investing into Atul Auto. So
But Atul Auto will be part of your core holding for next 5 years?
Core holding means what?
Substantial amount of commitment.
Yeah, of course. I am still holding substantial
You're not in a
amount.
hurry to sell everything? In
No, of course not. I don't think so. I shouldn't say no. But obviously, whatever I have to sell, I think I have sold. And I sold my shares because the buyer was attractive.
Okay.
I couldn't say no to people like Goldman Sachs or SDFC Mutual Fund because it is creating you can say a pillar for the company.
Historically, I've always seen that a bull market has a thesis, it has a leadership, and it has a flavor. The 1992 to 1994 bull market was all about Harshad Mehta. Then we had the TMT bull market in 1998 to 2000. Then we had the great middle class bull market between 2003 to 2008. What do you think is going to be the flavor of this bull market?
I think, as you mentioned, as you said, the middle class. That would be going to be the theme for next bull market. Right now, I don't know which sector is going to become the leader. So that is why I have spread my investment in many companies. But I think like this middle class things will rule the market.
So where are you investing right now? Where are you allocating capital? Give me some stock ideas. What was your last big acquisition and why?
Yes, I have invested in so many companies. Maybe 15 to 20 companies this time.
Let's talk about the top 5.
Top 5. Okay. I will give you a few examples. For example, one company I chose is Sudarshan Chemical.
Okay. So why have you invested in Sudarshan Chemicals?
Because I feel that this chemical sector, I think it is reviving after a gap of maybe 20 years.
Okay.
Because China, which had played a dominant role in chemical sector, is losing its grip. Because for simple reasons like because our Indian currency is depreciating and Chinese yuan is appreciating, plus labor cost in China is also rising. So I think there is a complete turnaround in chemical sector in India. This company, Sudarshan Chemical, is into chemical like dyes and pigments, which is also a part of chemicals, plus agrochemicals. A beautiful company, well-managed company.
Good. You like the promoter?
Yes, I like the promoter.
Have you met the promoter?
Yeah, I met the promoter. And they are very clean. And what story do I like in this bull market is this.
Okay, let's first finish Sudarshan Chemical.
Yeah, Sudarshan I'm coming about. Okay. In that context only I am saying that any company which had a capex in last 3-4 years when Indian economy was in doldrum, and any company which has finished its capex in 2013 or till 2014 is going to reap the benefit in good times which is going to come.
So basically you are betting on companies where the capacity expansion of the capex is over, and when demand comes back, financial leverage and operating leverage would kick in.
Yes.
Okay, what about valuations? I was looking at a research report on Sudarshan Chemicals when I was preparing for the interview. The stock is not cheap. With EPS estimates of about 14-15 rupees for next year, it is still trading at about 10 times plus.
No, I will tell you. They had a capex of 250 crore, which they completed last year. Okay. Company has a tiny capital of 7 crore. Okay. And this year turnover should be somewhere around 1200 crore. Okay. So I like such companies where capital to sales is huge. Okay. Now, with this 250 crore expansion which they had done, I expect this company to grow 20% year on year for next 3-4 years time.
Okay, so what is your price target for Sudarshan Chemical?
I really don't have any price target.
Can it be the next Atul Auto for Vijay Kedia?
This is very difficult to say. Let me tell you, when I invest in any shares, I don't foresee, I don't know whether it is going to be another Atul Auto or Sera Sanitary Ware or Motherson Sumi or for any.
So at what price did you buy Sudarshan Chemicals?
Sudarshan Chemical I bought at, now it is 1 rupee paid up, including everything, the split and all everything. Current now it is 95 rupees. I bought at 41, 42 rupees.
Okay, and you're happy to stick to your position for next 3 to 5 years?
Yes, I think so.
If it goes to 60, 70 rupees,
I will buy more. Yes, of course, I will buy.
Like
I think so, I will buy more.
Any chemical business is also dependent on global factors. Given what is happening to global commodity prices,
yeah.
Do you think chemical prices could come under pressure?
You see, I will tell you, I am not sure about this temporary, blip or temporary upswing and all, because I don't have any parameters to judge, and I don't bother about those things also. Worldwide, dyes and pigments plants are closing down. So that is an advantage for Sudarshan Chemical. And companies also striving, they are also, they set a target for themselves to become number 4th player in the world in next 2-3 years time.
So they are moving in the right direction, okay.
I think so, moving in the right direction. Only weakness in the company is this, that margin right now is very less.
But that you think will expand?
I think so, with economy of scale and the going forward when, capex is over. Now they have got their debt position also, they are converting their high cost debt into ECBs and all.
Okay, so
all these things will add up into.
So you've done your homework on that, so I won't, you've done your homework on that, so I won't talk about Sudarshan Chemicals. We've discussed Atul Auto, we've discussed Sudarshan Chemical. What about your number 3 idea, the third idea from Vijay Kedia?
You see, I like one company. All these investments are for 4 to 5 years, let me tell you. I'm not in a hurry to sell my shares next year.
Okay. So you think this bull market will last for next 4 to 5 years?
Of course, I think so.
That is the core thesis.
All my investments are based on that philosophy only, on that theme, that 2020. I usually say 2020. Okay. If any friends of me ask, if any friend asks me, I say, wait till 2020. Okay. So another stock which I have bought, that is Repro India Limited.
What does the company do?
It's a printing company. They are into printing business.
You're buying very offbeat ideas. Typically investors right now are chasing consumer names, IT names. They are chasing companies where balance sheet is strong, return on equity is strong. But where you are investing actually on the other side. You're buying companies where return on equity, return on capital, debt is high, and you are betting on the economic recovery. So that's a very different thesis. It could be a risky thesis also.
Could be. I read somewhere, choose the road less traveled by. So, something like that.
So what has not worked in the past, why do you think it will make money in the future? Chemical companies, metal stocks, these companies historically have not made a lot of money for shareholders.
No, Sudarshan has made a lot of money for shareholder.
Okay.
Because if you say 10 years back, I think price of Sudarshan was 50 rupees. And the company was just merely 200, 300 crores of turnover.
Okay. So Repro now, why do you like Repro?
Repro is a printing company, okay, and they are printing for all the publishers. It's a 50, 60 years old company, good management. And board of directors, you will be surprised to know that J.J. Irani and Alak Padamsi and Mahalakshmi Ramadurai, which is...
So you like the management, you like the board?
Yes, I like the management.
What is your price target for Repro?
No, I don't have any price target. I like the business. Because recently, if you see the current numbers, company is well placed, it's okay, available.
They've suffered in the past.
Every company has suffered in the past. And if you have suffered in the past, and if you have ability to come out from that pain or from your past, you have to survive.
The world is moving towards digitization. Can a printing business survive in today's digital area?
You are right. Maybe it can't survive. Maybe it will last for next 5 or 6 years. So that is why this company has come out with a unique product which is called Rapples, where they are converting all the school textbook into digital form.
But that's a very competitive space, isn't it?
No, competitive. I don't find any other companies in India.
MPS.
Who?
MPS, Magnum Publishing.
The problem with them, these are publishers. Okay, if a publisher converts the content into digital form, then they are converting their own data, their own content only.
That's a fair point.
But Repro India does not own any content.
Okay, so what was your buying price for Repro?
What was my?
Acquisition price, purchase price.
Purchase, I bought from 250 to 150 to 250.
Okay.
So maybe my average price is maybe around
If
200.
it falls below 200, you are happy to commit more capital.
Maybe, because I am already having 3-4%.
So you've given me 2 ideas. Before we wrap, give me one more idea. Atul Auto is an old idea.
You see, I bought so many shares, for example, LIC Housing Finance. There are very simple stories in the market.
So your third idea from you is LIC Housing Finance.
LIC is also good, I can say Apar Industries. Okay.
Okay, LIC is the obvious one, but I only discuss the obvious one.
It's a very common thing. I don't want to say anything about LIC or REC or RCF if I say any shares. So
Apar is the interesting one.
Apar to me looks interesting because all these companies are not doing well now. So that is why I am telling you all these are 3 to 5 years investments. Okay, I assume this company should be doing well going forward.
Do you like the promoter?
Apar Industries, best promoter, of course. I like the promoter. And the company, even the same theme is happening in Apar, similar to Sudarshan Chemical. They had a capex of 200 crores, which they finished last year. Now, if you are bullish on India, you have to bullish on power sector.
Okay.
If you are bullish on power sector, you have to be bullish on transmission and distribution system.
Okay.
So this company belongs to those sector.
Okay. Vijay, it's interesting you told me that you're betting on the middle class, but the stocks you're buying essentially are from the old economy basket. You're not buying a consumer name. You're not backing a FMCG company. You're not backing a white good company. You're not backing a Whirlpool or a Page Industries. What you're backing essentially are paint companies, chemical companies and industrial companies.
Ultimately, end consumer is middle class only. You know, because I was tracking, for example, Whirlpool, but I couldn't buy the shares because stock went off very fast. You know, like Sera Sanitary, I'm still holding. That's a consumption theory. That's a middle class consumption theory. Even Atul Auto is a lower class, middle class consumption theory, kind of. Similarly, like for Sudarshan Chemical, they are making pigments and dyes for ink industry, paint industry, and automobile industry. So
end user is the consumer.
Yeah, is the consumer.
Okay, we've been very stock specific. Before we wrap, any disclosures?
I'm holding all those shares which I named.
So, in 30 seconds, if you have to summarize your big call, what is Vijay Kedia's big call?
Big call in the sense stock?
Market call.
All these shares.
All these
which
shares.
Yes.
Are you fully invested?
In the market?
Yeah.
Not now. I'm looking for some story. You can share some story with me.
Okay.
Because of the Atul Auto which I sold yesterday.
You're sitting on some cash and you're looking for new ideas.
Yeah, that's temporary.
What is on your radar then?
How can I tell you now?
Okay.
But I will tell you first.
Okay. Vijay, really appreciate your time and thank you for such a frank conversation. It's rare to get someone who talks about entry price, buying price and target price also.
No problem. Welcome.